Hi, my name is Neil. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. Today's video is going to be about my skateboarding travels to Brazil. If you've been following my YouTube channel for any amount of time, or even my Instagram, you might know that I fairly regularly go to Brazil. My wife's from Brazil and we've got family there, so the visits are really to see the family. If you've been watching my YouTube channel for any amount of time, you'll probably have seen some of my videos from there before. And today's video is kind of an overview of my most recent trips there. We went there in April of 2024, and we also went from mid-December until mid-January 24-25. So I've literally just got back from that trip. And what I'm going to do is give you a bit of a talk through of the places that I skate when I am there, and just give you a bit of a flavor of what happens when I'm there. Now, the place that we go to is kind of an island that's connected by a road bridge just off the east coast, and it's called Florionopolis. And you might have heard of that place before because skateboarding is really huge there. Pedro Barros lives there. It's dubbed the California of Brazil. So the surf and skate culture there is huge. Beach life is like top priority for most people there. And it's just a really chill place to be, to skate, surf, and enjoy beaches. And luckily enough, it just so happens to be where some of my wife's family live as well. So it's the perfect excuse to go and see them, but also to skate in some of the best places. Now, I think I've told this story before, but the first time that me and my wife went there was shortly after her cousins had moved there. And we went to stay with them in their house. And at the time, I think I hadn't started skating again, or maybe I'd only just started skating again. So maybe it was around 2018. And skateboarding just kind of came up in conversation. But they said, there's a guy just down the road that skates, and he's got like a skate park at his house. And I said, oh, really? That's kind of cool, kind of weird, but kind of cool. And they said, yeah, have you ever heard of him? His name's Pedro Barros. And I said, oh, yeah, I've heard of him. And that is really weird. So you live in the same street as Pedro Barros, right? And they said, yeah, he lives just down there. And they said, we can go there if you want. He lets people go and skate in his place, and you can go and have a look if you like. And so obviously I jumped at the chance of that. And where they lived was kind of down like a kind of gravel track, very kind of countryside. And so we made our way down there, and I saw what was the biggest skate bowl I think I'd ever seen at the time. And if you know Pedro Barros at all, or if you follow him on Instagram, you might know that he's got this huge bowl at his house. And it's been part of some big competitions that they've had there in Brazil. I'll throw some links in the comments below if you want to check some of that stuff out. But yeah, true enough, every Saturday afternoon he opens up the gates and people can just go and skate the bowl, which was insane. And if you look back at my old videos from Brazil, you'll see like the first time we went there, and I think the very first time I went there, it was just like, there's no way I'm skating this. It's massive. Nice to see, but I'm going to go back to the smaller bowl that was close by, and I skated there. But over time, I've been there many times, and I've slowly kind of got to grips with dropping in and carving around that bowl. But it's insanely difficult to skate, and yeah, I'm not good in his big bowl. It's just too big for me, but it's cool to skate there anyway. So anyway, we'll see a bit of that. But the place that I go to most often is a place called High Adventure, which you've probably seen on social media as well. It's a bowl that's painted red, and you often see a lot of the pros from Brazil skating there in Instagram clips and things. So that's where I go most often, and there's some other places as well. So I'm going to stop talking and just show you some of the footage. And really, it's not very exciting footage. It's just me skating as usual. But I just want to say that, I've been there so many times. I've met so many great people. Every time I go, I meet new people. And I've kind of luckily enough got this group of friends there now that I can go and skate with whenever I'm there. So yeah, just really great to sort of have that as an extension of my friends and community over there. So let's get into the footage. We'll start when I was there in April. And actually, most of the footage that I've got here, it was from April. I didn't film an awful lot when I was there recently, mainly because I filmed so much when I was there in April. And I don't think I've really progressed that much. And I didn't actually skate that much when I was there this time. I had a stomach virus and the weather was quite heavy rain at some points. And it was Christmas, and so a lot of people were spending time with their family. So the opportunities to skate weren't so great as perhaps they might have been otherwise. But yeah, let's get into the footage, and we'll start with what is a brand new skate park there. It's in a place called Abrao, and that is on the mainland. So as I said, this is like an island just off the mainland, but it's connected by a road bridge. And this skate park is just on the mainland side. It's about 30 minutes from where we stay in Florionopolis. So that's by car. So it's pretty easy to get to. But it's a brand new skate park. And it was kind of built by the mayor of the state. And the state is Santa Catarina. And it was kind of built by the mayor, or instigated by the mayor, I think, as a kind of response to the popularity of the Olympics, and to sort of provide something of a training ground that anybody can go to. So it is a park style bowl. It looks very much like the Olympic or competition style park bowls. I mean, if you've seen like the California training facility, that bowl is like that. And I think really it's to provide somewhere for people to basically get up to Olympic standard, and it's free to go to. It's a public park, and it was actually built to give the kids in that area something to aspire to. And you know, the Brazilian Olympic team do go there and train as well, so it gives the kids there something to see and aspire to. And it was a great initiative, and it's a beautiful park. The concrete is like, you know, California concrete, really. It's like that kind of super polished marble cement, really fast, really smooth. It's got all kinds of walls on it. It's pretty hard to skate if you're not very good, because it's pretty big, it's fast, but it's definitely something that is a fantastic training ground. And I wish we had something like that here in the UK. My skating isn't brilliant, but I was just getting to grips with it, but I had an awful lot of fun. So let's check that out.
Segurança, né, cara? É.
as you can see, that is an amazing bowl. I would spend so much time there if we were closer. A couple of times when we went to go there, we were thwarted by the weather. The weather that they have there is like tropical rain. So when it rains really hard, and takes a bit of time to dry and all of that. So you have to choose your moments when you go. And the flip side of it is a lot of the time it's really hot. So you don't skate in the sort of midday sun because it would kill you. So you have to choose wisely. You either go very early in the morning or evening, or if the day is quite dull but not raining, you can get away with a day session like we did there. Anyway, next up is a place that is another public park. It's called Yndiara. It's a free place as well. There is a very big bowl there. I'll show you some of that a bit later, but this little bit of footage is from the tiny little bowl there, little purple bowl. It's really small and really tight. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of this bowl, but my friend Alex loves it, so we skated there for a bit. And I'm kind of just mini ramping it really because it's quite small and tight. I'm not a fan of tiny little things, but let's check that footage out. All right, so it's a cool little bowl. Bit of fun, it's not my perfect idea of a bowl, but it's good fun. And right next to that is a seriously big bowl and another smaller park style bowl. I don't know if you've seen my videos of this before. This bowl is huge, way bigger than I remember. There's a park bowl out here, which I haven't skated yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. But this one, it's so big. I'm going to try and take some shots. You can see that guy down there. This side is pretty deep, but that side is super deep. Let me try and get some perspective on the guy skating. Let me try that.
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah.
The next place that I really do quite enjoy skating is the layback bar, which is on a kind of coastline edge, Lagoa de Conceição. and that's like a big kind of open flat water, which is used for sort of water skiing and paddle boarding and things like that. It's a beautiful bit of water, and it's all flat and very calm. And on that edge side there is a lot of kind of shops and bars, and one of the bars there is the Layback Bar. And if you don't know, Layback is a brand, it's a beer brand that is owned by Pedro Barros and his dad. And so the Layback Bar is one of their family businesses, and they have a beer brand that does like lager and IPA and things like that. And so the Layback beer brand has a few Layback bars around Brazil, and this is one of them. So it's a bar that's got kind of little hatches where you can buy beers and drinks and cocktails and things and food, so different styles of food. There's tables in the middle, which is, you know, quite nice kind of social place. And at the back there's a figure of eight shaped bowl, which is fairly small by Brazil standards, but it's great fun to skate. It's all pool coping, and it's pretty grippy pool coping, and so you have to ride at it with some speed and hit it pretty hard. But when you do, it makes a great sound, and I just had so much fun just riding around in circles doing 50-50 grinds just because of the sound it made. I absolutely love it. So yeah, there was a night session that I went to here. Let's check out that footage. as you can probably tell, I was having an awful lot of fun. It's probably pretty boring just to watch me go around in circles doing 50/50s, but that sound is fantastic and I just love it so much that that's all I wanted to do. That bowl might look quite small and simple, but it's pretty steep, and everything in Brazil, for some reason, the design is very steep. All the bowls are steep, even the little ones. And funnily enough, I was talking to an ex-pro skater. His name is Leo Caquinho, and he is actually the guy who designed pretty much all the bowls in Florionopolis. He always gets asked to design and consult on them. And so like his style of design is really cool because it actually makes you a better skater. If you can skate that stuff, you can skate a lot better. Here in the UK, stuff tends to be very mellow and it's easy to get started on. But then if you go somewhere like these bowls and skate them, it makes you suddenly realize that, you know, the way that they skate and what they skate is another level. And that is why I think Brazilian skaters are so good. The terrain that they're skating on is a lot more challenging, a lot more difficult to skate. Okay, it's not instantly accessible and it's not easy to skate, but you get used to it because it's all there is, and the people that skate there are very good as a result. So it's a challenge, but you can see why Brazilians are so good at skateboarding. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Make sure you're subscribed so you know when part 2 goes live. There's only one last thing to say, and that is I've just done some more t-shirts. So if you didn't know, I've kind of set up a store on my YouTube channel for doing some t-shirts. I have these like silly ideas for t-shirts every now and again, and I just thought I would put those ideas into action in case anybody's interested. So thanks for anyone that's bought t-shirts, mugs, anything so far. There's another drop on a new design, which is this one here. It's kind of a twist on the old school skateboarding is not a crime sticker. If you are as old as me, you'll remember that sticker was kind of iconic, and it was a white sticker with a black text that said skateboarding is not a crime. I thought I'd do a little remix on it and say not skateboarding is a crime, and just a bit of fun. If you want one, there's t-shirts, hoodies, mugs in the store. Links are below. And thank you to anybody that buys one, because it just kind of helps perpetuate this channel. I'm not even trying to make money out of this. It's just kind of a thing for the channel. So yeah, let me know what you think. I've got some more designs in my head that I need to put down, but I just thought a bit of fun. And everybody loves a skate t-shirt. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be back very soon. Happy New Year to everybody, because I haven't seen anyone since. And thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.